Yes, good morning students. Welcome to the accountancy video classes. In this video, we are going to discuss about interest on a capital. So, in this chapter, we discussed about what is a partnership deed, what are the components of the partnership deed, is the partnership registration is compulsory or not. If they want to register, they can register in the Indian Partnership Act 1932. Okay, if they don't want to register, so they have to follow the partnership deed. So that also we discussed. Partnership deed means what? It is a legal written document which shows that the content of that partnership form. Okay, in this video we are going to discuss about how to calculate a interest on a capital. Okay, to calculate that interest on a capital, the main thing is that you have to see whether that partnership firm is registered under the Partnership Act or they are following the partnership deed. What means they are following the partnership deed? It means that they are not registered. We have to see that whether they are registered or they are not registered. The first and foremost important thing. If they have registered under the Partnership Act, then there is no interest on a capital should be provided for any of the partner. But if they are not registered under the Partnership Act, it means that they will be following the partnership deed. If they are following the partnership deed, then we have to calculate the interest on a capital. While calculating the interest on a capital, and one more thing very important, always the interest on a capital should be calculated on the beginning capital. We can call it as a opening capital. Okay, sometimes what will happen, they will be giving a end capital, that is capital at the end of the year. At that case, we have to calculate the opening capital. For that, the formula is or the pro forma is here. So the first important thing is that, so you may not see in the letters which will be the very small looking, so just I will tell that. The first point is what? Should calculate on a opening capital. As I told earlier, the opening capital should be used to calculate the interest on a capital, not the capital at the end. That is the first important thing. That is what capital should be. That is interest on a capital should be calculated on a opening capital. This is important thing. Next, sometimes what will happen, if the capital in the beginning is not given, in a problem, what will happen? They will be not given a capital in the beginning. They will be given a capital at the end. If they give a capital at the end, we have to calculate capital in the beginning. To calculate the capital in the beginning, the first we have to take what? Capital at the end. For that we have to add drawings. Drawings means what? Any amount withdrawn by the partner for his or her personal use. Okay, if any drawings given, okay, that we have to add. Then for this is what? Capital at the end and drawings, so we will get the value. From this value, we have to deduct the profit credited. On that year, how much is the profit which the partnership earned, which is the credited. In the sense, previously how much was the profit, that profit we have to take it here, and if any additional capital introduced by a partner, that also we have to take. So we have to take a total of this and write it in the outer column. Capital at the end, add drawings, we will get this value. From this value, we have to deduct these two, that is the profit credited and additional capital. The final amount what you will get, that will be what? Capital in the beginning. So we have to use this capital in the beginning for the calculation of interest on a capital, not the capital at the end. Okay, this is the one thing. And one more important thing is that the journal entries. If in a question, if they have mentioned that prepare or calculate the interest on a capital and prepare a journal entries. So if they ask you to prepare a journal entries in a question, then the first journal entry will be always what? Interest on a capital account to debtor to the partner's current account. So if they have three partners, like first partner current account, second partner current account, and the third partner current account. Okay, like that, how many partners they have given? Those partners current account we have to credit up. That is the first journal entry. That is what? Sorry, interest on a capital account to debtor to the partner's current account, first journal entry. Second journal entry is what? Profit and loss appropriation account to debtor to the interest on a capital account. So these two journal entries you have to write for a interest on a capital if they have asked you to prepare a journal entries. Okay, this is the basic concepts to calculate the interest on a capital. Again, if they are following the partnership deed, then only interest on a capital will come. If they have registered, then Partnership Act 1932 says that no interest given to the capital. So there will be no interest on a capital for any of the partner. This is what? Pro forma. Okay, now let us see two easiest illustrations on the interest on a capital. Okay, the first says that this I have written the solution. Just I will tell the question. The question says that A and B are the partners. A and B are the partners sharing the profit and the losses in the ratio of what? 3:1. A and B are the partners sharing the profit and the losses in the ratio of 3:1. Further they are telling they introduced the capital, that is capital on 1/4/2017. April 1st 2017, A's capital is what? 80,000 rupees and B's capital is 60,000 rupees. While solving the problem, the period of calculation is very important. Okay, now further, there are two partners A and B, they are sharing the profit and the losses in the ratio of 3:1 and they introduced the capital 80,000 by A and 60,000 by B when they have introduced 1/4/2017. Further, credit balance in current account for A it is a 10,000 and for B it is a 5,000. Any credit balance which they have given in a question, don't consider that. For calculating the interest on a capital, the credit balances of their particular current accounts will not be considered. So don't consider that current account. Okay, so this is a what? A 10,000, B 5,000. Just to make you to confuse, they might have given the credit balances. So how much ever they have given, so don't consider that. Further they are telling that interest on a capital should be provided at 5% per annum and calculate that interest on a capital on 31st March 2018. So what is the opening period? 1st April 2017. We have to calculate the interest on 31st March 2018. So A and B introduced the capital on 1st 4, that is April 1st. 31st March 2018. So this will be the opening period and this will be the closing period. So capital which they have given is what? Opening capital. So we no need to worry about that. Directly they have given a opening capital. Clear? So this is the problem which they have given. They are asking us to calculate the interest on a capital. So formula is what? Interest on a capital is equal to amount of the capital into rate of interest. Always interest on a capital should be provided for a year from the date of introducing to till that end of the year. Okay, for example, financial year from 1st April to 31st March. If I give the additional capital on 1st October, for that additional capital interest will be for October, November, December, Jan, Feb and March. For these 6 months only the interest will be given. If I give the additional capital on January 1st, so Jan, Feb and March, for these 3 months we have to give the interest. So from the date of introducing the capital to till that end of that particular financial year, we have to calculate the interest. So here 1/4 from the starting of the financial year they introduced the capital. So we have the formula is what? Interest on a capital is equal to amount of a capital into rate of interest. So for interest on A's capital, how much A is introduced? 80,000 into 5%, 5 by 100. So 4,000 is what? Interest on A's capital. Then interest on a B's capital. How much is the B is introduced? 60,000. For that, how much percentage? 5%. 60,000 into 5 by 100. So it is a 3,000. Interest on a A's capital is a 4,000. Interest on a B's capital is what? 3,000. Again, they asked us to prepare a journal entries also. Format is what? Date, particular, ledger folio, debit and credit. So date 31st March 2018. So this is what? Credit balance is not considered. As I told earlier that any credit balances, if they are given in a question, that will not be considered. So now 31st March 2018, first journal entry is what? Interest on a capital account to debit to the partner's current account. How many partners here? 2 partners. A's current account and B's current account. For A's current account, how much is the interest? 4,000. For a B's, 3,000. So 4,000 plus 3,000, 7,000 is a what? Interest on a capital. Now next journal entry is what? Profit and loss appropriation account to debit to the interest on a capital. So interest on a capital is how much? 7,000. So that has to be match up with. For a first journal entry, narration will be interest on a capital is provided. For a next journal entry, the narration is interest on a capital is closed, because we have to adjust that interest on a capital value. Okay, I hope you understood the first illustration. So now come to the second illustration. So second illustration says this: there are 2 partners, M and N, sharing the profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2. They are sharing the profit and losses in which ratio? 3:2. Now, on 1st January 2018, their capital balances is 60,000 for M and 40,000 for N. In the sense, on January 1st, so M has a capital of 60,000 and N has a capital of 40,000. Further, they are telling on 1/4/2018, in the sense, on 1st April 2018, M given an additional capital of rupees 10,000. How much M has given a more capital? 10,000 rupees. And next they have given N introduced additional capital of rupees 5,000. So just to see the difference here. When M has introduced additional capital? April 1st. N, they are not given anything when he has introduced additional capital. If any partner introduced additional capital, if they are not given when, at that time you have to take a 6 months. Here April. So on 1st Jan is the opening period. So further they are telling interest on a capital at 6% per annum for 31st/12/2018. So opening period is January 1st and the closing period is 31st December. In between this, M has given a additional capital on April. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. So for 9 months we have to calculate the interest on additional capital. But for N, they have not given any information regarding when he has introduced additional capital. If they are not given anything when the partner has introduced additional capital, at that time you have to take it prescribed 6 months. Okay, the solution says that. And here, just for your information, don't add and calculate interest. For example, M opening capital is 60,000, additional is 10,000. Don't add a 60,000 and 10,000, it will become a 70,000. Don't calculate the interest on that 70,000 rupees. You have to calculate the interest on 60,000 separately and you have to calculate the interest on 10,000 separately. So that is first M. Opening capital for 1 year, 1st January to 31st December. How much opening capital? 60,000 into what is the interest on the capital? 6%. So 60,000 into 6 by 100, 3,600. Now he has introduced additional capital also, additional capital for 9 months because he introduced on April 1st. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. For these 9 months, how much he introduced the capital? 10,000. So 10,000 amount of the capital into rate of interest 6 by 100 into 9 by 12. Okay, so it will be 450. So total interest on the capital for M will become 4,050. Now similarly for N, opening capital 40,000 into 6 by 100, it will become what? 2,400, and additional capital for 6 months, that is how much introduced? 5,000 into 6 by 100 into 6 by 12, it will be 150. So total it will be what? 2,550. So don't add the opening capital and additional capital, then take a interest. Calculate the interest on a capital for opening separately for 12 months, and then calculate the interest on additional capital from the date of issue to end of the year. So this how we have to calculate the interest on a capital if they introduce the additional capital. Sometimes what will happen, they will not give the opening capital, they will give the capital at the end. As I told, when they have given a capital at the end, we have to follow this pro forma. Capital at the end, add drawings minus profit minus additional capital, we will get the capital in the beginning. So if they have given a capital in the beginning, on that we have to calculate the interest on a capital. So that problem we are going to continue now. Yes, okay students. Now let us continue our discussion with if a problem gives a capital at the end. So the problem says like this: calculate the interest on a capital at 6% per annum on 31st December 2017. So they have given a balance sheet. So balance sheet on 31st December 2017. See, it means that 31st December becoming the end means what is the opening? 1st January 2017. They have given the year end information. So the balance sheet, liabilities and assets. In the liability they have given capital account A 15,000, B 20,000. So balance sheet as on 31st December. So it is what? End of the year. So they have given a capital at the end of the year is how much? For A it is a 15,000 and for B it is a 20,000. So they have given a current liabilities of a 15,000. Here they have given a fixed assets and a current assets. Fixed assets they have given a 30,000, current assets they have given a 20,000. So 30,000 plus 20,000, 50,000. Here also 15,000 plus 20,000 plus 15,000, it is also 50,000. We know that in the balance sheet both liabilities and assets must be same. So here they have given a capital at the end. Further they are telling they are sharing the profit and losses equally. In the sense, how much is the profit for A? Same profit is for B. Further they are telling the drawings are rupees 2,500 and 3,500 respectively. Profit earned is rupees 15,000. So this profit they are sharing equally. So 15,000 equally means into 1 by 2, half of it. So 7,500 for A and 7,500 for B. If they give a 3:2, 15,000 into 3 by 5 and 15,000 into 2 by 5, like that we have to do. But here profit is equally distributed. We know that to calculate the interest on a capital we need a opening capital, not a closing capital. But in the problem they have given a closing capital. From closing capital to we have to find the opening capital. For that what we have? We have a pro forma, that is what? Capital at the end, added drawings minus profit. If you have any additional capital, minus that also. In this problem we don't have any additional capital. So first we calculated the opening capital here, that is what? Capital at the end. For A 15,000 and for B it is a 20,000. What is the pro forma says? Capital at the end. For that add drawings. So we have the drawings. How much is for A? 2,500 and for B it is a 3,500. So if you look at here, capital at the end 15,000 and 20,000, and the drawings 2,500 and 3,500. So it will become 15,000 plus 2,500, 17,500 for A, and 20,000 plus 3,500, 23,500 is for B. From this we have to deduct a profit. Okay, so profit how much they have given? 15,000. So they also told that this profit shared equally. So 15,000 into half of it. So 7,500 is for A and 7,500 is for B. So now what will happen? 17,500 minus 7,500. 10,000 is for A. 23,500 minus 7,500. 16,000 for B. So we got a opening capital. For this we have to calculate the interest on a capital. So interest on a capital A, 10,000 into 6 by 100 is 600, and for B 16,000 into 6 by 100 it is a 960. So like this we have to calculate the interest on a capital. Hope you are clear with this concept. In further classes we will be going to discuss how this interest on our drawings has to be calculated. Thank you, students.